Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. For today's video, I'm going to be doing top 10 Serie A predictions. And, the reason why I'm not doing Prem, La Liga, Bundesliga, which I might be doing in the future. But for now, I'm only going to keep it Serie A because that's the league that I actually watch. I do dabble in like Prem and La Liga, obviously, for like big matches. But for me personally, obviously, Milan fan. So all I watch is Serie A. So that's where I can actually put my input into things. And yeah, let's get started. So for 10th place, I'm gonna have Bologna. To be honest with you, it's just I don't see them improving much from last year. Last year, I believe they finished ninth. They got players out like Bukema and Ndoye, who are both very good players for Bologna. And the fact that they sold them for such good prices, like Ndoye for 42 million, and I believe Bukema for like 35, and they haven't bought anyone in return to that caliber is just disappointing. And to be honest, they could finish lower, but it's just disrespectful putting in like 11th or 12th. The people they brought in are like Tommaso Pobega from Milan, who, to be honest, a lot of Milan fans love hating on him. He's not a Milan quality player, but he is a Bologna quality player. So it's a decent transfer for Bologna, but that's not who you replace Ndoye and Bukema with. They also brought in some unks in Immobile and Bernadeschi, who, to be honest, I don't understand those transfers because they're not like these amazing Serie A legends. Not Bernadeschi at least. I mean Immobile, yeah. It's just I don't see the point in them getting Immobile and Bernadeschi. It's just no point. They brought them in. They're both like pushing 40. It's just stupid. So yeah, I just have Bologna as 10th. Uh, for ninth, I'm gonna have Lazio. Literally, they're the definition of mid. They haven't signed anybody. They didn't let go of anybody. I believe they let go of Chuamona to Burnley on loan or something. But that's pretty much it. It's crazy because Sadi got sacked, and then they hired him again, and then he wanted to leave because they weren't giving him any. Like, they weren't going to give him a transfer window, which is crazy because like the fact that you have like that good of, I would love Sadi at Milan. I mean, I'd rather have Allegri, obviously, but Sarri is an amazing manager, and then not giving them the freedom to like buy players is kind of crazy. So I just if it's the same Lazio team, how can they improve? So I just have them ninth because I feel like the 8 teams that are on top are actually progressing at least by like signing some players. But yeah, in my opinion as well, Lazio and Bologna could easily be interchangeable. But I just feel like Lazio have always been in that like ninth or above, eighth or above, seventh or above. You know what I mean? I just don't see them finishing 10th or below. So yeah, and then for eighth, I have Pioli's team, Fiorentina. Again, same thing, just mid. I mean, the only players they're signing are like these old guys like Dzeko. Like, what's Pioli doing? Why do you need a Eden Dzeko in the big 2025? It makes no sense. These teams are lucky putting shame to Serie A because if you look at 8th, ninth, and 10th in the Prem, they're getting all these 40, 50, 60 million players. Or like at least they're signing like 3 or 4 30 million players. It's just, it shows the levels in leagues. And like us being a small league is a whole different conversation. But yeah, I just have Fiorentina 8th. They signed Somme from Parma, who in my opinion is a really good midfielder. But it's just only getting Somme from this doesn't make any sense for me. They also finalized Fagioli. That's a good transfer. Fagioli is a really good player. Love him at Milan, but yeah, so that's pretty much it. So like Fiorentina are mid. And then for 7th place, we have Atalanta. This might surprise some people, but Atalanta are gonna have a downfall. Why would you sign even Juric? Like, that guy is a virus. Like, he's not a good manager. He's been what? He's been to Southampton. Was it Southampton or whatever Prem team he went to that he ruined? Roma ruined them, and then Claudio Ranieri had to get in and like make sure they have a good team. And like they Ranieri boosted him up to 5th or 4th or wherever they placed last year. I don't even remember where Roma placed. But it's just, he's a cancer, bro. Like, he's not a good manager. Like, it's just everywhere he goes, infects these teams. He's just not good. Uh, I don't know why Atalanta signed him. And also, the only players they got in that was somewhat decent was Honest Ahanor, who's this 15, 16-year-old fullback from Genoa. Again, I like him. Italian. I like this transfer. Um, but I mean, that's pretty much it. That's all they signed. And then for the players they got out was Retegi and Lookman. Now Lookman isn't 100%, but like, come on now. Like Lookman's gonna leave. He's up for like 50 million or something like that. And then they're also sold Retegi for like 65. I don't see them going for anyone else right now in the window. Even if they did, wouldn't change much in my opinion because of the manager. I believe he's gonna be the first manager to get sacked in Serie A. And yeah, for sixth place, might be surprising for some people, but I have Como. Como, in my opinion, might be one of the best run teams in Serie A because the fact that they got promoted last year and finished what, like 12th or 13th, hella surprising. And their manager in Cesc Fabregas, fantastic manager. I think he's a perfect project manager, and they're signing the right players. They're signing young players, and they also have two of the best young players in Serie A, in Nico Paz and Di, how do you say his name? Duao, however you say his name, Asan Diao, something like that. He's fantastic too. So I think Como are building up. They're going to be a very good team in the future as well. I can see them in the next 5-6 years finishing in that top four spot, finishing maybe top three even, if they know how to build up correctly. They've been signing a lot of good players, like right here, Maxime Perone from City, Kuhn from Celtic. He's a winger. He's a baller too. This guy I'm not familiar with, but Jaden Adai for 15 million euros. Uh, this guy I'm very familiar with, Jesus Rodriguez, left winger from Betis. How did Como sign him? They just got promoted last year. Fantastic player as well. They also got two fullbacks in Vander Bremt and Alex Valle from La Masia. So they're building up in the right spots. I'm really liking this Como team. And yeah, I think they're going to finish sixth. They might finish in the Europa League spots. So yeah, I like this transfer. Um, for fifth, I have Roma. Now, a lot of people might think this is too low for Roma. I've seen a lot of crazy takes where like, oh yeah, Roma might win the league, Roma top four. Like, come on. Like Roma, they've been doing the right things with the transfers, but this is Ranieri's not Ranieri, sorry, Gaspierni's first season at Roma. I just can't have Roma top four. You know, top four are the four big boys. I don't see Roma being top four. They've been signing good players though. They signed Wesley from Flamengo, who Loki I wanted at Milan because we needed a right back. Gilardi from Hellas Verona, a very good young Italian center back as well. El Uni from Lens. I could have swore they signed one more that was really good. Oh, I might be tripping, but yeah, they've been signing good players. I really like all these transfers. Oh, Evan Ferguson. There we go. I think Evan Ferguson is going to be really good for Roma. I think he's going to be top scorer for Roma next season. He's a really good player, and Prem youngsters, they're gonna, especially him because he's a physical beast. He's going to do really good. But the thing is, I feel like him and Dovbik are very similar when it comes to profiles, and they're going to be fighting for that striker position. Now, you know what? It's actually good. I like the fact that they have Dovbik and Evan Ferguson. That's very good for rotation as well. So yeah, did they have any players leave? I don't really remember anyone leaving. Yeah, and they barely let go of anyone. So like this is very positive for Roma. That's why I have them fifth. Now fourth, you might call me biased. You might say this is crazy take. I have Inter on fourth. Like you went from having arguably the best manager in the world, arguably, to Christian Chivu from Parma. What is that downfall? That's a ridiculous downfall. And I feel like people are saying, oh, yeah, Inter is still a fantastic team. Not without Inzaghi. If you know football, if you know Serie A, you would know Inter are good because of Inzaghi. Because all the players in Inter's team complement Inzaghi perfectly. DiMarco cannot play as a fullback. He's a wingback. The right mid in Dumfries can maybe play fullback because he does play fullback for Netherlands. So he might be able to play fullback, but he is a specialist in what he does for Inzaghi. in that game against Barca. You saw exactly what his role was. It worked out perfectly for Inzaghi. In my personal opinion, they've been. I think Looking is a fantastic transfer for Inter. I feel like this is great. I mean, I don't. It just happened out of nowhere, and Inter were like reluctant on buying him. I like that transfer for Inter. But I just like Chivu. Like really, bro? Like you couldn't go for a better manager? Like you're Inter Milan. That's looking embarrassing. That's like us last year when we went for Fonseca and then we went for Sergio Conceição. Like I think again, Chivu's gonna get sacked for sure, but I think Ivan Juric is gonna get sacked first. But like, nah, I just don't. They bought Peter Sucic, good player. Who else? Luis Enrique. Who else did they sign? I mean, it's not technically a signing, but they got back Pio Esposito from, I believe, Spezia. He was like top goal scorer for Serie A B. He's actually a good youngster. I don't like hating on youngsters, even though they play for my rivals teams. So Pio Esposito is actually really good. His brother though isn't that good. Sebastian, I don't really like. No, okay, I just said I don't like hating on him. I'm not hating. I'm just like Sebastian isn't that good compared to Pio, and Pio is younger too. So yeah, and then oh my bad, that part cut out. But for third place, I have Juventus. To be fully honest with you, I don't think they had a good transfer window, but the players they've been linked with have been very positive. Now, I don't like saying this, but they have been linked with Tonali. I don't think it's gonna happen at all. But if it does happen, that's a very good transfer. But it's not gonna happen. But they've been linked with others. They've been linked with Giovanni Leone, who like I mean to be honest, Juve, Inter, and Milan are all linked with him. But whoever gets that kid, oh my god, they got a baller. Like he is the reincarnation of Chiellini. I think whatever City A team gets him, he's gonna be fantastic. Him, Pietro Comozzo, and Scalvini, all three of them are fantastic center backs. Yeah, I mean they signed Chico Conceição, they signed Jonathan David. They did that swap deal, stupid swap deal with Draw Mario. It's decent. If they let go of Vlahovic, they would have Jonathan David and maybe Colomwani as both their strikers, which is again very good. So yeah, I just have them third. I don't really have much to say. Their manager isn't that good. That's why they're third. Yeah. And now for second. When I say second, it will obviously give out first. So I'm a Milan fan, right? And you might think, oh, this guy's gonna be biased and put Milan first. And you're right. Milan are winning the league, baby. We're holding up the Scudetto. Come back and clip this. Rafa Leao, top assister in Serie A. Santiago Jimenez, he's not gonna be top scorer. But hey, Milan are winning the league. That's my prediction. I don't care what anyone says. We have the most capped Scudetto manager of all time in Allegri. I don't even know if I said that right. I don't care. We have the best player in the City A in Rafael Leao. We're gonna get. We already got Jashari. We have Luka Modric, Ballon d'Or winner. We sold Malik Chow for 40 million. We're probably gonna bring in Leone. Like, bro, this is amazing. Like, as a Milan fan, I haven't been this confident in a while that we're gonna win the league. But it's just, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. I'm loving all the Italian youngsters we're linked to. Pietro Comozzo, Giovanni Leone, Scalvini. Who else are we linked to? We're linked to Chiesa. He's not a youngster no more. We're linked to Vlahovic. And I believe with Arden Jashari, Ricci, Modric, we're gonna sell Musa for 30 million. Like this is very positive. We're going the right way. We're letting go of all this dead weight and we're bringing in new players. This is fantastic. I'm loving this. I believe we're gonna win the Scudetto this year. It might be my bias, like a little bit of my bias, but it's just I don't know, man. I feel like this is a very good Milan, and we're gonna do well in the future with this team specifically because we're signing a lot of Italian core. And for second place, Napoli, you could lucky make a better case for Napoli winning the league, but it's just I can't say Milan are not winning the league. Every single season, even if we sell all our best players, I'm gonna be like Milan are gonna win the league. So, but for Napoli, they've lucky had an amazing transfer window. Like this is S tier. If there was a transfer window, this would be S. They sold Osimhen and Kvara, but they've been doing good with that money. They signed Vanja Milinkovic Savic, the keeper from Torino, amazing goalkeeper. They signed Buchema from Bologna, Lorenzo Luca from Udinese, Noah Lang from PSV, KDB for free, and they signed Marioncini, who's a defender. You guys won't know him. He's from Empoli. But this is fantastic. Like, they got rid of Kvara for, like, how much was it? 70 million or something? They got Noah Lang. I know Noah Lang and Kvara are like this, but they still had more money. They invested in a center back in Buchema. Now they have Buchema and Buongiorno. That's amazing. And they have Milinkovic-Savic as the goalkeeper. They have Lorenzo Luca at striker, who's going to alternate with Lukaku. Again, fantastic. Now, you might not think this is not... If you look at the squad itself, you could argue Milan, Juve, and Inter have better squads than Napoli. But if you look at the manager and Conte, this is a much better squad than last year, and he won it last year comfortably. No, he did. Other than Inter, he won it comfortably. So this is a very good Napoli team. I believe it's going to be a race between Napoli and Milan next year, especially because we're playing one game a week. I don't think people comprehend. I've been seeing all these predictions. They're putting Milan 5th. They're putting them 4th. They're putting them 6th or like 7th. Like, I don't get it. Like, we're playing one game a week. Do you guys understand that? One game a week. Napoli played one game a week last year and they won the league. We have a very high chance of winning the league. Like, people don't understand that. And yeah, I mean, Forza Milan, we're winning the Scudetto. Massimiliano Allegri is going to lift his second Scudetto with us. All right, and now I'm going to be giving my MVP, my best attacker, best midfielder, best defender, best goalkeeper, and the best the young player of the season. So for the young player of the season, I'm going to give it to Evan Ferguson. I feel like this is a very positive transfer for Roma. He's hitting double-digit goals next year, maybe 11, 12, 13, and I feel like he's going to be very vital in that Champions League push for Roma. Not going to make it, but he's going to be there. Best goalkeeper, got to give it to my boy Mike. I think this is going to be Mike's season where he comes back, gets better, especially with this Allegri system where it's very defensive. He's going to get a lot of saves, a lot of clean sheets. So I think Mike is going to win it. For best defender, is going to be Bastoni. Even though Inter are going to be 4th, I feel like Bastoni is still going to be the best defender in the league. I don't think anyone comes close to Bastoni. He's a fantastic player, fantastic defender. For the midfielder, again, I'm going to give it probably to Barella. Actually, nah, I'm going to give it to KDB. I feel like KDB is going to be the best midfielder in the Serie A. I mean, you go from Scott McTominay, Zambo Anguissa, and who was the third midfielder? Whoever it was, to having that KDB, Zambo, and McTominay. Fantastic midfield. I feel like KDB is going to win that Midfielder of the Year award, especially because Serie A doesn't really have that much quality in the midfield except for Barella. And for the attacker of the season, I'm going to give it to my American GOAT, Christian Pulisic. The only reason it's Christian Pulisic as the attacker of the season, this guy can do everything. This guy can play winger. This guy can play cam. This guy even played as an 8 in a friendly. This guy is fantastic. His dribbling is amazing. His passing has become better. His finishing is probably one of his best attributes. I don't know how we only signed him for 20 million. I think next season, I think this season was his breakthrough, obviously. Next season, he's hitting that 25 GA, maybe 30. He's going to be incredible next season for Milan. And then for the MVP, he's going to be a 2-time MVP champion, Rafael Leao. Mark my words, he's going to be the MVP of Serie A next season. I mean, what is there not to say? No. What is there to say? What is there not to... Whatever it is, all right? No matter what it is, this guy's incredible. He's hitting that 35 GA next year. I don't care what anyone says, especially if he plays as a striker for Allegri in that 3-5-2 or that maybe 4-2-3-1. If he plays that sole striker, or even if he plays that 4-3-3 as a left winger, he would still be incredible. This guy, I mean, the one thing he was struggling with was the mentality and inconsistency, right? Now, all he has to do, play one game a week under Allegri, who's a menace of a manager. But I feel like what other managers fail to get right with Liao is that, like, for example, Fonseca, oh, behavior problems, you have to be on the bench. Performance, nah, that was horrible. Go on the bench and like act like the big dog. That's not how you're supposed to handle superstars. If they have a bad performance, you don't see Carlo Ancelotti going to Vinny and slapping him in the face, being like, "Yeah, you're on the bench." No, you tell them what they did wrong when you watch the clip back. When you go watch the video of the match again with the team, you're like, "Oh, this is where you went wrong. This is what you have to do. Next time, blah 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 blah." You don't go, "Oh yeah, you did horrible. You're gonna be on the bench. You're never gonna play again." Like that's not how you're supposed to handle superstars. So I feel like Allegri is gonna bring out a beast of Liao, and he's gonna win MVP again. And yeah, pretty much it. Forza Milan. We're winning the Scudetto. Ciao.